Alright, hey YouTube. Sorry this isn't my normal video, but today I was going to show you how to change bike tires and inner tubes. These ones have been pretty worn out, and I keep getting flats, so I'm assuming there's something sticking out inside of the tire that I can't find. I check it out every time I go through it, but I can't really find anything sharp. So I ordered up some new tires and inner tubes, and I'm gonna show you how to change them. It's pretty simple. I think the only tool I'm gonna use is a screwdriver. But first things first, you need to figure out what size tire you have. So mine are 27.5 by 2.20. I'm not sure what those numbers mean, and then I just opted for the normal Schrader valve on the fill port. So first things first, you're gonna let the air out of your tire, and if you have the quick release, you're just gonna lift up on your, lift up on your little arm here, lift it up, maybe tight, maybe loose, depending on how tight you had it. But anyway, you're just gonna do that, spin the nut off, and then pull the shaft out. A lot of times they'll have springs on them to retain it, but lost mine a while ago. I don't know where they went, but it's fine. And then to get the rear one off, you're just going to push the chain forward and lift up and out. And there you go. And just remember how you did that so that you can put it back on. So figure I'll just get them both off the bike real quick, and then I'll set you up on a workbench or something and show you how to actually change the inner tube and the tire. So yeah, here we go. That one was tight. And there you go. Rebuild it so you know how it goes. Again, I don't have any springs on that one, but that's okay. And the front one's pretty easy, you just lift it off. So this one was holding air still, but the back one wasn't. So, and they keep going flat, and they keep changing which one goes flat. So I'm gonna replace those with my new ones. So I'll set you up on the workbench over here, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so first step, you'll need a screwdriver or some sort of prying device to get between the bead and the tire, or sorry, the bead and the rim. But first step is you're going to take your Schrader valve cap off, and you're going to release all the air out of it, depending on how much air. This one's already flat, but I was just showing you for demonstration purposes. So you're just going to push down on the little Schrader valve there and let all the air out. Then once that happens, you're going to just kind of bend this, and depending on how strong you are, you should be able to roll it pretty far until you can see the bead there. And all you do is you pop your screwdriver in there, and you're gonna run it around so that the tire, or the tire bead comes up on top of the rim. If you catch the inner tube while you're in there, just reposition and just run it all the way around, just like that. You'll be able to feel if you have the inner tube, because it'll offer a lot more resistance. But you just run it around. You can use like Dawn dish soap or whatever else you want for like a lubricant to get it over. But once you get it like this, so that the top bead is off, then all you're gonna do is flip it, and you're gonna pull it. And if you can't pull it, again, you just stick your screwdriver in there, and you pop it under, just like that, and you just run it all around. There you go, tire's off. And your valve stem will be there, so you just kind of pull it out. And since I'm replacing everything, I don't really care. The only thing I'm gonna check is this band in here. You wanna run your finger around it pretty slowly. Just feel for anything jagged. If you keep getting flat tires, you could have something broken in here and it's sticking through or whatever, but I don't feel anything. This all feels pretty good. They sell replacements of those, but mine are good, so I'm not going to replace it. And then the next step So I got a pack of 2 inner tubes with a regular Schrader valve. They have the other valve, I forget what it's called. It starts with a P. It takes the fancy adapters. Don't like those. I got a pack of 2 actual tires. Throw those on there. As soon as I find some clips to cut these open. There we go. Got a knife. Cool. So there's one. A lot of times these are labeled like rotationally, so it'll tell you which direction to install them. I don't know if these ones are or not. I will check, but that's one thing you got to pay attention to. Man. They wrapped it real tight, so I can't actually get the knife in there. I'll just use these clippers. Two. Right, so there's the new tire opened up. I'm gonna look on here and see if there's any rotational. Oh, yep. So it says rotation there, so that means that goes forward. So this is the rear tire, and the chain goes on this way, so that means it's gonna spin this direction. So it goes like this. So you're just gonna straighten out your tire. These ones might be a little wide. I don't know if these are gonna work. I might have got the wrong size. Maybe they just look different. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks better. Now that it's not inside out. There we go. Definitely a little wider than the other ones, but I think I should still be able to get them on the bead. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you just kind of pop it on the bead, the first one, all the way around. Oops. Might be kind of hard because this tire's never, or this tube's never been on here, so it doesn't have any memory at all. Is that right? Rotation. Yep, that's right. Okay, you just want to make sure your rotation's right. And you just kind of go around. The new one will probably be a little tighter than the old one. So again, you might need some dish soap, but I did not. So there's that. And then once you get it looking like this with the opening, you're gonna get your inner tube out. Wherever those are. Oh, there. Inner tube out, and you're gonna just add a little bit of air in there. Well, again, you want to make sure you got the right size. But I just want to add just a little bit of air, just so it's not super loose in there. If you have the air compressor or whatever, however you're gonna fill it up. So my air compressor still has air in it, so I'm just gonna put that on there. Just gonna put this. You just want to add a little air, just so it's got some structure to it. Not too much air, otherwise it won't fit very easily. And then, so this nut right here goes on the outside of the rim to hold the valve stem nice. So just take that off. And you find the valve stem hole. And make sure your inner tube is not twisted or inside out or anything. You just kind of set it in there. First step, you stick it right here. You could put, a lot of people put like baby powder or any kind of lube in here, but this is brand new, so I'm not too worried about it. And you just put that through like that. And then put your nut on so it stays in place. Not super tight, just let it kind of hang out. And then you're gonna put this between the rim and the tire. Just like that. I've never used these tires before. I'm kind of excited. We'll see how they go. But all right, so now that you got it kind of in place, I think I might put a little more air in it just to get it to, actually that might be enough. And then you're just gonna pick a spot and you're gonna try to shove it. You just pinch the two sides together. It's kind of a trick to do it, but you just hold one and just kind of pinch it all the way around. Eventually it'll get super tight, and then that's when you get your screwdriver. You got to be a little more careful with your screwdriver this time, just so you don't pop the new inner tube. If you're taking an old one out, it doesn't really matter, but when you're putting the new one in, you want to be pretty nice with it. I might be able to get it all by hand though. And again, if you're like struggling to get this on here and it's not working and you're like bending the rim and stuff, you probably have the wrong size tire. More than likely. Because you can see I got probably 75-80% of it on here all by just my fingers. I should be able to get the rest on here. Just kind of fold it. If you can get it on there without a screwdriver, that is ideal, because then you don't have to worry about popping it. So I got it on there, and you just want to kind of squeeze it and just make sure the inner tube doesn't get pinched. So this one, you're just going to inflate it to whatever it says. So this one says 60 TPI, so tire pressure inflation. I don't know if that's what that stands for, but I'm sure that's probably right. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't think there is. So we'll give it some air here and see if it fills up good. I don't know if I'm going to do 60. I'll probably do 50. 45 maybe. All right, let's see. So the initial air fill, you can go ahead and kind of twist your nut all the way down there. And then the initial air fill might be a little tricky just because you have to hold it while you're filling it on. All right, so I'm just gonna do probably we'll start with 17 and just kind of feel around and make sure everything's fine, nothing's pinched on both sides. Make sure everything's all set. So this thing says it'll take 60, but oh no, it doesn't. I'm sorry. It says 35 to 52. So I don't know what that other thing is for. So it says right here 35 to 52. So I'll put 40 in it and call it good. There we go. It's 27. 30, 34, 40. All right, I'll put 40 in and call it good. Cool. So there you go. New tire, inflated on the bead. Actually, no tools to take it apart. I probably could have got it off with no tools. And then, as you can see, the nut needs to be tighter again. You can just tighten that by hand. I never do anything crazy on that. If it gets loose, so be it. But I just tighten it finger tight. There we go. And that's pretty good. So that's all you do. You just reinstall it and make sure you do your rotation. If you put it on the rim the wrong way, make sure the rotation is the right way. So this rotation spins this way, which is correct because the chain's on this side. So this way, it's going to spin this way. So, all good. Again, thanks for watching. And sorry, this isn't my normal video, but if you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks.